Hello there everybody, and welcome to the final part of Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD. Last time, we defeated Puppet Ganon all the way down there. But it wasn't really the real Ganondorf. Instead, Ganondorf is out there with Zelda. So, now we must go get our girl. But, before we do that, if my rupee count seems a little bit inconsistent, actually plenty of things in my item screen are kinda maybe inconsistent. Including like pictographs or amount of arrows or whatever else. Number of bombs specifically. That is because, well, I actually recorded the Tingle Statues bit a little while ago, and let's just say the rupee reward for that is actually kind of amazing. We'll just say that. That's actually going to be used for an earlier video in the series that, I'll touch upon. Either way, let's not waste any more time. Let's go get him. My country lay within a vast desert. When the sun rose into the sky, a burning wind punished my lands, searing the world. And when the moon climbed into the dark of night, a frigid gale pierced our homes. No matter when it came, the wind carried the same thing: death. But the winds that blew across the green fields of Hyrule brought something other than suffering and ruin. I coveted that wind, I suppose. It can only be called fate. That here, I would again gather the three with the crests. That I should lay my hand on that which grants the wishes of the beholder. That when power, wisdom, and courage come together, the gods would have no choice but to come down. The power of the gods, the Triforce. He who touches it will have whatever he desires granted. Already the crest of wisdom is mine. All that remains. Do not fear. I will not kill you. I merely have need of the power that dwells within you. Now, let us put an end to that which binds us together. Gods, hear that which I desire. Expose this land to the rays of the sun once more. Let them burn forth. Give Hyrule to me. He who touches it will have whatever he desires granted. That is what you said, is it not, Ganondorf? Gods of the Triforce, hear that which I desire. Hope, I desire hope for these children. Give them a future. Wash away this ancient land of Hyrule. Let a ray of hope shine on the future of the world. And let our destinies finally be fulfilled. Ganondorf, may you drown with Hyrule. This is foolishness. A future for you? What are you laughing at, Ganondorf? You're insane! Link, I'm sorry. I overslept. I think it's time for us to say goodbye to this place. We must return to the world above. Back to our ocean. Very well then. Allow me to show you your future. Yes, allow me to show you just what hope you have. See how much your precious Triforce is worth. Alright, here we go. The last fight. Now, I'll just say this right off the bat. This is probably my favorite Ganondorf fight in the entire series. Just look at this atmosphere. I love this. I absolutely adore this fight. Just between the music and, you know, the atmosphere and the way the fight's set up, plus Ganondorf being awesome with that evil laugh. It's just awesome. I love this fight so much. It's probably the fight I go back to most in the Zelda series, honestly. Alright, so here's the first point of this fight. Basically, what you have to do is make Ganondorf look away from Zelda. She actually has your arrows, and what she's going to do with them is he's going to use the light arrows to try to stun Ganondorf. And you can basically stun him in plenty of ways yourself, such as doing parry attacks and the like. So, basically the big point is just try to keep, you know, Ganondorf looking away from Zelda for this first part of the fight. So, yeah. But other than that, she took your arrows, man! She took your arrows! Now how are you gonna use them to be OP? But, now Ganondorf realizes the trick. Alright, so, now you have to basically fight Ganondorf yourself. Now, for his next phase, he's going to basically use that attack, and what you want to do is, do not let your parry attack go off early. Do not let your parry attack go off early, because then you'll end up missing Ganondorf. So, basically just make sure that, you know, his parry attack goes off, you know, your parry attack goes off when he hits the ground, just like that. But, now that Zelda has woken up, things are now starting to get a little bit more difficult. So, now Ganondorf is now realizing that, you know, hey, you people are trying to stun me, man. And, you know, he's now dodging every single one of your attacks. Also, he hits a lot, so don't do that. But, you know, I kind of want to do a Game Grumps thing. So, ignore that. Screw that. Alright, alright. And, oop. Alright, to be continued. What? Oh, nope. No. Come on. I want to do the selfie, man. I want to do the selfie, dude. Take your picture. Oh, never mind. I guess he's not allowing me to. Okay, sure. Alright, last part of the fight then. Yeah, this fight is actually really, really short. But what people often ignore is the fact that the music changes to this amazing phase of the fight. So I'm just gonna let it play off for a little bit. My children, listen to me. I have lived regretting the past, and I face those regrets. If only I could do things over again. Not a day in my life has gone by without my thoughts turning to my kingdom of old. I have lived bound to Hyrule. In that sense, I was the same as Ganondorf. But you... I want you to live for the future. There may be nothing left for you. But despite that, you must look forward and walk a path of hope, trusting that it will sustain you when darkness comes. Farewell. This is the only world that your ancestors were able to leave you. Please, forgive us. Wait! You could come with us. Yes, of course. We have a ship. We can find it. We will find it. That land will be the next Hyrule. So... but child, that land will not be Hyrule. It will be your land! Oh, the credits. Oh boy, the credits. Oh man, that was Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD. If there was ever a time that the Wii U did something right, it was definitely this remaster right here. Okay, so I grew up with this game on the GameCube when it first came out. You know, I dealt with all the things that had to come with it, all the issues that came with the GameCube version, such as sailing becoming a little tedious after a while, and the Triforce hunt being, you know, very, very difficult to go through. And some other portions of the game that I didn't really find, you know, that all that fascinating and all that. But honestly, this game was still really, really great. You know, despite the skeptics thinking, oh, it's a cartoon, aka worst Zelda game ever made. Well, they were clearly wrong. They were clearly wrong on that fact because, you know, this game is still Zelda at its core. You're still out going adventuring, killing enemies, locking on with targeting and all that. The combat was really, really fun. The items are also really, really great. And given the time frame that this game came out with the cel-shaded look, it looked really great for as far as, you know, cel-shaded games were. And with this 2013 remaster, this game still looks phenomenal. It really still looks phenomenal. In fact, I would say that Wind Waker has aged more greatly than, you know, some other Zelda games have. Like, okay, so this might be a little bit unfair for me, but Twilight Princess HD, you know, despite that being still a great game, the HD graphics in that have started to, well, show the game its age, really, because the models haven't been really, you know, touched up or anything like that. Wind Waker still looks more pleasing in HD than, honestly, than Twilight Princess HD does. I mean, don't get me wrong, that game looks great, but Wind Waker HD, I think, benefited a whole lot more in that remaster. Plus, as a remaster goes, the things that it did touch up, such as, you know, faster sailing, the Triforce hunt being trimmed down, and, you know, some other things to make the game, you know, a whole lot faster and everything. Honestly, I think this is the better remaster over Twilight Princess HD overall, honestly. You know, in terms of all the HD remasters go. And, yeah, I really think that this game is still a really, really fun time. It still is. To this to this day, even, 14 years later, Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker is still a very, very good Zelda game, in my opinion. In fact, I mean, don't get me wrong, Majora's Mask is still my favorite video game, and, Breath of the Wild, having come out, this year, it has absolutely blown me away, Breath of the Wild has, don't get me wrong. But, Wind Waker HD just took up the spot of, like, maybe top 5 Zelda games, behind, well, not really behind, ahead of, Skyward Sword, Ocarina of Time, and Twilight Princess for me. Because, it's still filled with a lot of personality, it's still filled with a lot of things that, really make this game really, really great. So, if you ever do find a Wii U somewhere out there, make sure that you get this game, because you'll be able to experience the best way to experience Wind Waker just ever. Period. This is the definitive version of Wind Waker that everyone should play, and I've actually been really, really glad to finally get to show my experiences with this game with you guys. But that just leaves a question. What other Zelda games are out there? Because there's still plenty. It's just that I haven't really gotten around to them yet. But, Breath of the Wild technically could be next. But I'd rather have that be a live stream playthrough, because that game is just so damn big. So that'll be a live stream playthrough. So there aren't going to be any other Zelda Let's Plays for a while until I experience some of the other 2D Zeldas. But when I eventually do, I will eventually get around to it. Either way, I have loads of things coming up, such as uploading VODs of live streams, getting some more platinum impressions out of the way. And then it'll be time for my next Let's Play, which will be something new to the channel. And so with that being said, I leave you off here with this ending cutscene.
After you've scrubbed all the floors in Hyrule, then we can talk about mercy.